This is the Jasion EB7 2.0 electric bike. And if you're looking for a folding e-bike that balances power, comfort, and affordability, I think this one deserves a closer look. When I first unboxed it, what struck me was its modern design and how sturdy that white and black frame feels. The fat 20-inch tires and dual suspension honestly give the bike a mean, ready-for-anything vibe, even before you hop on. From my experience putting it together, assembly wasn't too hard. Most of it came set up. You just install the handlebars, the front wheel, pedals, and seat. If you've never worked with bikes before, it might take a little time, but I found the instructions were clear enough to get me rolling in less than an hour. I did notice the wiring around the battery and controller wasn't as tidy as I'd hoped, but that didn't affect how the bike performed once I got out on the road. Talking about key features, the Jasion EB7 2.0 runs on a pretty beefy 750-watt motor. It can peak at 1200 watts, and that pushes the max speed up to about 28 miles per hour if conditions are right. Having that much get up and go means stop-and-go city traffic or zipping up to speed on the street feels easy, and throttle response is quick. It's powerful, but I never felt out of control. For the battery, you get a 48-volt, 10-amp-hour removable battery. The brand says this can do anywhere from 22 up to 55 miles per charge. In my rides, which were mostly flat with a few hills, I was getting closer to the 20 to 25 mile mark. I do think your weight, how much you use throttle, and whether you kick in any pedaling on the assist modes all make a big difference here. For daily commutes or just cruising around, I'd say the range is practical, but if you want to do longer rides, it's something to keep your eye on. I noticed the battery drained faster on colder days, and hills knocked a few miles off the estimate. Still, being able to unlock and remove the battery is convenient for charging inside, and I liked not having to bring the whole bike up into my place. One of my favorite things has to be how comfortable this bike is. Fat tires at 20x3 inches and dual suspension, meaning both front and rear have shock absorption, make a huge difference on rough pavement, potholes, and gravel. If you're new to e-bikes, suspension is what softens out the bumps and helps keep the ride smooth, especially if you live somewhere with less than perfect streets like I do. The seat and handlebars are both height adjustable, so it's pretty easy to get the position right for your comfort. I'm about 5'9", and I think almost anybody from about 5 feet tall to 6 feet plus could ride this without a problem. Shifting is handled by a Shimano 7-speed gear system. That just means you have 7 different gear levels to make pedaling easier or harder, depending on what you're doing. Great for setting it low to climb a hill or cranking it up for speed on flat stretches. All the controls are easy to reach. The pedal assist levels, throttle, and display panel are right where you need them. The display itself is a full-color LCD, which shows speed, battery level, trip distance, odometer, and what assist mode you're using. There's even a button on it to dim the backlight for night riding, and a USB port that charges your phone. I used it once when my battery was almost dead, which was pretty helpful. Safety features are solid. The EB7 2.0 comes with front and rear mechanical disc brakes, and I felt they were responsive even downhill. The rear light works as a brake light, activating when you squeeze the handle, and the headlight is bright enough for riding after dark. These kinds of built-in lights matter if you ever ride before sunrise or after work. Drivers notice you, and it gives me more peace of mind. As a folding bike, this thing nails the portability side. The frame splits in half with a simple release lever, handlebars fold down, and even the pedals fold in by pushing and clicking. At about 59 pounds, it's not ultralight, but it's honestly manageable for me to get it into the backseat of my sedan or the trunk. If you need to haul it upstairs, it can feel a little heavy, so keep that in mind. But when folded down, the bike is surprisingly compact. I brought it in the elevator to my apartment with no trouble. It's worth mentioning that while I found a lot to like, there are some things I noticed during my time with the EB7 2.0. Battery range is decent, but not designed for really long rides. If you're planning to go over 20 miles every day, you might need to carry a charger or look for a bike with a bigger battery. On hills, the motor gives plenty of help, but for really steep slopes, you'll need to put in some pedal effort to keep good momentum. I can feel the difference when the gearing hits its limit. I also wish the pedals had a little more grip. They're fine on dry days, but if it's wet or I'm wearing slick-soled shoes, my feet can slip. Build quality generally feels good, but for the price, there are always a few trade-offs. I found the frame solid under me, but the finish isn't as premium as higher-end brands. Some users online mention issues with customer service, especially around getting replacement parts or handling warranty claims. I haven't needed support yet, but it's something to be aware of if hassle-free service is important for you. From my experience, this bike is perfect for mixed city and suburban riding, commuting, running errands, or heading to meetups with friends. I like that I can fold it, put it in my car, and use it for those last-mile rides where parking is impossible. It's also a good fit for people living in apartments with tight storage. I find the price tag around $849 puts it firmly in the affordable range for feature-packed e-bikes. It's not the cheapest, but you get a lot for what you pay. I recommend this for anyone getting into electric bikes who wants something worry-free, with a solid motor, and comfort to ride every day. If you're looking for a lightweight, super high-end bike, or something for long hilly adventures, you may want to keep shopping. But if you want something reliable, fun, and easy to store or transport, I think the Jasion EB7 2.0 is hard to beat. In conclusion, my quick review is that the Jasion EB7 2.0 folding electric bike combines power, comfort, and portability really well. It's user-friendly for beginners, comfortable over bumps, and has enough kick to keep rides interesting. The range is practical for everyday use, and while there are a few quirks, like weight and battery capacity, it hasn't stopped me from enjoying it every time I take it out. If you have questions or want to share your thoughts, drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more honest e-bike reviews. Thank you for watching.